Yo, what's up guys? Just Glow here at Tampa Fitness Factory. So today's episode 5 of 2 Minute Tuesday, and today we are going over stabilization training. Why I think it's one of the most important phases of the training that you're not doing, how to actually do it, and when should we really incorporate this into our programming. Stick around guys, it's going to be good. Like the attention girl, I know you. First off, let's look at why we need to incorporate the stabilization phase into our workouts. There's a couple of things it's going to do for us. It's going to make us stronger, it's going to reduce our risk of injury, and it's going to allow our body a chance to recover from the workouts we've already been doing. It's a great phase to use when you're first starting out, or when you've been working out too hard for too long and you feel completely run down. Those of you who've been working out long enough know exactly what this feels like. You're completely fatigued, you don't want to come into the gym anymore, you're not enjoying your workouts. This is a great opportunity to enter this stabilization phase and really get the benefits from using it. Going back to injuries for just a second, most of the time when we get injured, we're either using poor form or we're overloading the same movement pattern over and over and putting too much stress on the joint. All right, so what actually is the stabilization phase and how do we incorporate it into our workouts? Most people, when they work out, train bilaterally as opposed to asymmetrical. Bilaterally is something like your bench press or a squat where we're using both arms at the same time. Asymmetrical training is where we isolate one side of the body at a time, and we usually incorporate balance with this. This is really going to stimulate our stabilizers and our synergist muscle, which in turn is going to build up our neuromuscular efficiency. This is really just how well our brain can communicate with the muscles. The better connectivity we have between the brain and the muscles, the better they'll perform, and the less likely we are to get injured, and the more strength we'll get. Typically when I'm in this phase, I like to do total body workouts as opposed to the push-pull or more common bro splits that most people do, doing chest on Monday, back Tuesday, legs Wednesdays, arms Thursdays. So I like to do total body. Not to say that you can't do a full stabilization workout with just your chest. I actually have a couple videos doing just that. I think I have a push-pull and a full chest workout with stabilization. I'll make sure I link those in the description below. But remember what I said earlier. I like to do this phase and give my body a chance to recover. Especially if you've already been splitting muscle groups by day, this is a really good chance to change everything up and really stimulate your body. In a little bit, I'm going to take you through a full circuit of the exercises I do during one of these workouts, but first we need to know how to actually do the workout. Things like rep range, tempo, and rest time are all different in this phase. So looking at the numbers, I want us to do 15 to 20 reps, we're going to do 1 to 3 sets, and we're going to use 50 to 70% of our 1 rep max. This is going to be very important for our connective tissue growth and learning proper form. One thing to know is that performing these balance and asymmetrical exercises require more motor unit recruitment, which leads to greater energy expenditure per exercise. So you're gonna be more tired than usual in this phase. Now our tempo is what's really gonna set this workout apart. I truly feel like tempo is the missing link in almost everybody's training, no matter what phase they're in. So for the stability phase, let's do a 4-2-1 tempo. Tempo really just is the speed at which we're performing the exercises. So with a 4-2-1 tempo, I want to do 4 seconds eccentrically, so that's 4 seconds on the way back. Think of if I'm doing something like a bench press, so I'm going 4 seconds slowly on the way back. I'm doing a 2-second isometric hold, that's at the bottom of the rep range, and then I'm doing a 1-second concentric. Now think about that over the course of 15 to 20 reps per exercise for an entire workout, and you might start to realize how difficult this phase really is. And since we're talking about being tired, I only want to rest for about 90 seconds in this phase, definitely not more. It's just going to depend on your cardiovascular conditioning. There's been so many studies that show this has a dramatic effect on the overall outcome of your training program. Now, we've talked about a lot of things that are going to make your workout take longer, but I only want this to take about 45 minutes and definitely not exceed an hour. So you're going to have to change things like the number of sets you're doing, the number of exercises that you would normally do in a workout. We'll have to drop all those things down. The volume is still going to be there though. With the two things of increasing the number of reps that we're doing and increasing the tempo, these are what's going to give us our volume overall. All right, enough talk sitting behind the camera. I want you guys to come with me. We're actually going to do a circuit of a stabilization workout. I'm going to give you a few pointers along the way. Let's get started. All right guys, so for the start of this workout, we're going to be doing a single arm press with a dumbbell on the stability ball. A couple things to note, let's make sure we follow our tempo, try to keep good form. All the stuff we talked about earlier, nice, slow, steady reps, good form. We're doing 15 to 20 reps. Let's go ahead and get started. So a couple notes on this single arm press. I like to keep my glutes squeezed and my hips up nice and high, nice flat straight body. The tempo, so eccentric, 4 seconds on the way down. So I'm counting to 4. I'm doing a 2-second isometric hold and then a single 1-second press.
And keep in mind, you're doing this with one arm, so your body's gonna wanna twist and rotate. That's what you're trying to stop from happening. All right guys, now that we just finished the chest press with a single arm, we're gonna go do a back exercise. It's gonna be a half kneeling cable row with one arm. I really like when I'm doing total body to do opposite muscle groups. So I did chest, now I'm gonna do back, and then you'll see how that kind of flows throughout the whole circuit. So let's go ahead and go to the back exercise. All right guys, now that I just finished with the single arm chest press over there on the stability ball, we're going right into a back exercise. I'm gonna do a single arm row. I'm doing it from a kneeling stance. Two things you can do. You can either have the foot all the way down in this, which I usually do, but since I'm really focusing on stability, I'm gonna lift the toe up and hold there. It's gonna get a little bit of a kind of a hamstring cramp, but it'll be all right. We're holding here nice and stable. Keep that shoulder back and just single arm row. That's my concentric, 2-second hold, and then 4 seconds on the way out. Just nice, steady, good reps. We're trying to keep this shoulder back the whole time. Make sure we're not letting our shoulder go way forward, keeping our body nice and square as we pull through this. All right guys, those are not easy. What we're doing is a single leg squat sit. Remember there's 3 phases with a tempo where I'm doing the concentric, eccentric, and isometric. So eccentrically, obviously I'm still going 4 seconds on the way down. The isometric phase is a little kind of weird on this because I'm doing a squat sit. I'm not sitting all the way down, I'm kind of touching the bench, and really about 75% of my weight I'm still holding up. So I'm doing the squat, I'm touching it, I'm not sitting all the way down, and then I'm coming all the way off with a 1 second concentric. And that's gonna be the squat sit. Let's move on to the next exercise. Now, immediately following the single leg squat sit, after that I'm going right into a SLDL single leg. So squat sit, quads, glutes, pretty much everything on my legs, a little bit balance, a little stability. I'm kind of hitting everything. This SLDL I really like. It's gonna hit a lot of core stability, a lot of glute medius trying to stabilize at the hips, and then mainly glute max is my primary, that glute extension that I'm working with this SLDL. So that's my pretty much primary muscle that I'm working here. So let's go ahead and do it. So SLDL, I'm on one side, stand on one leg. And I'm still going through that good tempo, guys. So 4 seconds on the way down, stopping, holding, then coming up. Something like a bicep exercise, I'm using the RX pads, that's what I was just holding. This lets me balance, or lets me challenge my balance a little bit more than just standing on one foot, which is what we're gonna do. So, standing on one leg, doing balance, dumbbell curls, still remember our tempo. All right, once I'm done with those, from there I'm going immediately into a tricep exercise. We're continuously in the opposite muscle groups. So for the tricep, and usually if I'm doing something like this, I'll stay on the one foot, and then when I switch exercises, I'll switch that and stay on the other foot. Tricep, obviously you can't bring your knee up, so just keep the foot back. Same good reps. All right guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode of 2 Minute Tuesday. We went over stabilization, how it works, why we should do it, when we should do it. Next week, we're gonna go over hypertrophy. So today's today's a lot different than people are used to, all the balance exercises. Hypertrophy is more what people are trying to do all the time, mainly guys trying to build the muscle size and volume. So we'll have a lot of information on why you're not getting the results you kind of want and what you need to do to change it. That'll be next week. Make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you can get notified when these come out. Every Tuesday, guys, we're releasing these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, leave a comment down below if there's anything else y'all want to see. See you guys next time.